Tering achina sani shungchongda shipsil tewa achina dugia khamna lo yubigi te shipsil tewa da tenga chira yeba London lo yubigi Westminster sukla lobdi nigi gotin tholebe tering achira ye keten masu kirin lo gidusum utang bang achira khamna lo sonang salo gotin sobe juname achira on sodugi mije sobin cho chisoki chala maizip ji yidi gera pero iso kara jablu chu shashina lo be ngachina rezumgi sorim tikdiki be na kutin sobe ju name dilo achi kutin thami yongi khatule yo nami je soben cholo kadi che sessionila rezum dinalo seju zenami tenga chiregi kherik chingi mingom la sha chirayu isu tama relation de be ngotipyu isugi chala diso te oragi kugergi chala shungirgi shungdingi chala diso maizip je yedi gerabero te diso yang achirigi te da derege duzumgi mikbata mikdin dilo shijadi gibe dina chamatowa jonami dilo achina odin thami yongi khatule indami kilera kadiche sessionila sumbalo darina achirigi duzumna lo chamatomi te ta thumi ichi ngachigi zongkhale che sobagi ichi da zongkha kichinalera sambe du sessionila tanga chirigi shesele do tawachin shesegi telubiro ta dinalo tawmato te da namba nasugi onlebe ngachina duzumna chamatomi ki thumi yong debe ngachigi je sessionila thodisu debe jebe tawdalo dinalo ngachirigi debe jebdalo da momadira ngachigi katin samgupti da lalugi ichi da kilometer ngapja dukja total bidigi nalo ngachigi duzum dinalo chamatoba yum ime anebedalo tanga chikhatule da duzum digi charnang mikbil mikbada mikdun disugi khatulebe da nablo penthong noi girewa bomberayi te nabugi khatule towa lendigi be joname dilo kadiche sessionila ta ngachigi duzum di goten thapkumigi migul so khani yu sessionila dangbadira thangachiregi gyakhabdi te ranshinya tanda dembigi gyakhabchi imbigi tamda nau te zambuling gadilo be sanu imdalo ta thangachiregi ranshinya tanda dembigi digi siju digi thapju disu kadebi yubina tengachigi geljigi nesenalo tengachigi khatule joidur bego geljigi nese khalu seshi bego bigi te da dungkambu hisno sessionila kachimze wachenga chiregi to yubagi ngachiregi da mewanga da rimbochi sugi te da tuki gonshe siju zambo disu lokchi khalube denga chiregi sakthuli dubigi shung disugi siju disu lokchi khalube te misegi rewada rechi de lokchi khalube bedalo ta anisu ngachiregi da shogul bewachin shogu chinalube ta thin totobe ngachigi lo imbachi da dongfu chinale lamnigi disidi rena rensinus nodigibe rengachi shipse tewagi khatulebe te da ngachiregi dozumdi oden tamgumigi migildi di in sessionila dina tinile ya da migil nibadi tenga chiregi da gekhab nangkyulo indi gire besiru da ngachiregi da masugi lamludi gosu misigi yarjigi gonfigi rewada rechidi yaya jobedalo te da dinalo hebdalo ngachiregi kedin rignagi chipchi beruta ngachiregi ranshinya ta lalen thapsegi siju da charji indi besiru da thatusadi tenga chiregi misesule imbale tendigibe misisugi ra beru da nalefabo genkuda genti namgubigi te ngachigi mikbaldi deber jeise shunila ne bedalo deregi dezumdi te ngachigi na kichok disugi te ranasosugi te nyamnyonda thidigibe rixelda thidigibe sheyenda thidigibe te jesor namdalo digi goa da thidi te ngachigi tumi mise yonglo goa da thida sheyen pinigi te yebab kokap bombera du sinodigibe derengachi gorin thamidi nidin dile tendi ise shunila kara dinalo chama toba joname dilo lokti yanjarro katiche sessionila. Now may I invite Dr. Natasha, representing Westminster University, Ukela.
Kadinchila, everyone, for coming here. So I want to begin by just saying that I'm very grateful to all of you for your interest and enthusiasm in this first ever conference that we wanted to organize around what we call biodemocracy and resilience. And I will, in my opening remarks, before my opening remarks, I'll just tell you that I'll say a bit about my center and then a bit about biodemocracy. And thank you all again. So may I just begin formally now with thanking our chief guest, thanking all of you, thanking Center for Local Governance and everyone who has worked so hard to make today happen. It is our dreams that take us forward. And I'm very, very pleased and honored that we are all here in this room to think about the things that really matter. Now, let me tell you all just a tiny bit about the Center for the Study of Democracy. It was established in 1989. It's part of the School of Social Sciences at my university, the University of Westminster. And the idea here is that we look at critical social and political challenges in an interdisciplinary manner. And if you look at the work we do, then we focus on research excellence, we have various events, programs, and we collaborate globally. So it is of great interest to us to develop the kinds of meaningful collaborations across national borders. We have in the past at our, it is my dream someday to host Bhutanese speakers. We have in the past at our center hosted a range of important thinkers like Stuart Hall, Charles Taylor, Richard Rorty, Latour, Balzer, Butler, and so on. In one of our lecture series a few years ago, we also had His Holiness the Dalai Lama come and speak. So we do try our level best to get the best minds come and speak. Now moving on, having told you about the center, and by the way, earlier this year, we did advertise PhD studentships for Bhutanese students, and I was quite keen that someone apply, and I hope that in subsequent years people will apply. Okay, now moving on, I just want to say a little bit more to the backstory of this conference. My own association with Bhutan, I like to think of myself as a long-term close friend of Bhutan. My own association with Bhutan began in 2006 when I first came here, and that was prior to the transition to democracy. I was struck by and amazed by the unique way in which Bhutan was going about mindfully transitioning into a constitutional monarchy and a democracy in the way that is very rare in the world. And between 2006, 7, 8, when I did write a lot about that transition, to now, over the last more than 10 years, I have often gone around the world speaking to academics, policymakers, and others, getting them to understand Bhutan actually is doing things very differently, and there is the focus on various kinds of, gradualism, focus on ecology, the way in which the transition happened, the way in which democracy is being fostered from the grassroots. I feel that all of that is very special about Bhutan, and I often have a very difficult task telling people who begin by asking, where is Bhutan? So earlier this year at a conference in Oxford, I was presenting a paper, and the paper was really about challenging the way in which Bhutan only gets to be seen as, oh, where is Bhutan? It's a small country in between India and China. And my question is, nobody ever says, where is Switzerland? Switzerland is a small country in between country A and country B. So in the discussion that followed, and the ambassador Pema Chödrön was there too, we grappled with this question of, okay, then how, when people say, where is Bhutan? How do you explain what Bhutan is? And I said, well, Bhutan is a lot of wonderful things. It's GNH. It's a place with enlightened monarchy that had a unique transition to democracy. It's a place with Gyeongbokgung Pelsom, GNH, and it is also the world's only carbon-negative country. It is a functioning Asian welfare state, and most importantly, in the current global climate, it's a place that can claim to be a biodemocracy that is mindfully moving ahead. And therefore, I will close with just saying a little bit about what we can think and why we need to think about biodemocracy. See, globally, democracy is undergoing these massive challenges. We all see that in the news. And it's under the idea of democracy has become reduced to an algorithmic exercise of just counting the right number of votes for various kinds of coalitions or parties to come to power. Now, while that is there is that aspect of democracy as the exercise of franchise, beyond that, democracy in its spirit is also about understanding how we as sentient beings function in a domain that is political, but within that political, it's not separated from the ecological. That how we live in our environment, in our lived environment of land, air, water, dignity, all of that is very much a part and parcel of how we participate in the decisions that happen. So I have a whole paragraph here about saying how Bhutan is trying to develop mindfully, and in that process, it would be my cherished dream to have Bhutanese deliberate themselves to create the knowledge about Bhutan as to how these challenges can best be dealt with, and how space and societies and resources can be organized in such a way that it fulfills the dream that that the leaders of this country have always had and have tried to sustain. So I will not actually read that paragraph, but I will look forward to hearing what our speakers have to say about this. So thank you once again for being here. This is wonderful, and I look forward to this being the start of something that can pave the way for future meaningful and continued collaboration. Thank you so much.
Karelo, kuzambo tsushine benile. That mabamaje ta tangajira zongkwana ngaregi labne shune jane ati immediate te zongkwana shudro matopchu mino inuro ngachira chiga kable ko mingom sum de chidu de debodalu ta anusu ngachira zongkwana shudde prochi bo chin ngachira ne chobe kablo mingom sumlora ko da tu matsrora ati chi saja bom lami besi shune be ane bodalu ngachira nzumgi 지숭배 배우다로 아우다랑기 개캅기 카드로 조 메톤베스 umde ngachi teta 투삼데베 신임에 오스 신임이 조조랑 같이라 단숨기 초백갑로 teta 치고는 주도 좀베 민검 지로라고 다트 레지메 투마스로라 데디 사자 bombe라 유블틴디기베 등가기 홀레 신이전수 데 이기나베 데 양자트릴라세 종과 미시스 신임이라 단집에 조곤데세 데 네베노 스탄도스 신임이라 so I would like to actually express my, happiness to be here with you all. Good morning to all of you. Here in this gathering, I have seen some of the member of parliament, former member of parliament, and then so many wonderful people. Especially, I can recognize many faces, teachers, very important people. So I would like to once more express how happy I am to be here in front of you all. And then for that, I would like to thank the organizers, Center for Good Governance and Research, and also the Center for Democracy, University of Westminster, London. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Some few week back, when Tasho Thurchen and then Tasho Senge came to my office to discuss about whether I could attend this session. They were talking about biodemocracy. So it struck me a bit. I was so used to with biochemistry, biomass, and then from that paradigm to the biodemocracy, I was stuck a bit. And then my inner conscience was telling me that, now be careful now, be aware. Now you are in biodemocracy sphere. So that calmed me a bit down. So it is from that shift to that of biodemocracy, from that of biophysics biochemistry to biomass to biodemocracy. So I thought that shift was very good for me. I knew less about biodemocracy. Then I was just thinking that, anyway, I accepted. Then I was just thinking that what is all about? Then I was just thinking about it. Then when you really delve into it, I didn't find it new. The concept biodemocracy, I found it quite new. But then when you really look into it, I didn't find new. We have been doing about it. We have been talking about it. We have been practicing about it. So I found it then quite interesting. Then much more than that, then one aspect of this concept, I found it deepening democracy, understanding of democracy. We have been talking about democracy in relationship with human being till now. All about dialogue, discussions, votings, all about this, about human being. Then I found that why deepening? Then I found that we are talking how we must live with our animals, how we must live with the plants, and on the whole, how we should coexist in ecologically, very friendly. So in that respect, then I found that biodemocracy had really deepened my understanding of democracy. Democracy is much more than something to do with human beings. It's much more deeper. So from that point of view, I found it's very good, actually. Then my next thought went down into, then how do we practice in our country? Then the I went down into spiritual harmony, where every time when we get up in the morning, chapter semke, what should be the base of our mind whenever we pray? Then the certain few pertinent word came to my mind, like ma nam khadanyam. Our mother is as vast as the sky. Ma nam khadanyam. So from that point of view also, I thought that there is a lot of essence that we can derive from spiritual actually. It's all about democracy. That if our vastness of our mind is so such that when we take it right from the morning, that everything that is there on this earth are once our mother. So I thought again, it's very important, very good that when we begin the day with such vastness of mind. The other one anyway, what I was just sharing, what I'm just sharing with you all about biodemocracy, then it really made me to think. Timpa Pinji came in my mind. How they, these four animals were peacefully, coexisting actually. So quite interesting. Along with that, anyway, my mind juggled here and there. So along with that, then some around 3 or 4 days training that I had undergone with 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. There I went into like how do I relate with Timpa Pinji and this effectiveness, like from dependent to independent, then to interdependence. I thought that these 4 animals actually had crossed all this barrier long time before, thousands of years back. And now we are discussing about Stephen Covey's, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. These 4 animals had thousands of years back. They have crossed, from dependent to independent, and then, when they were talking about, Timpa Pinji is all about interdependence, and so relevant in our country. So I thought that biodemocracy was very relevant in that aspect too. Quite nice actually. So then I was just thinking that, anyway, from that of philosophy, I was trying to really distill down to what is their provision in our country. Then I thought that our constitution has all the provision about biodemocracy. Biodemocracy. When you look into, I'll not read all, like Article 5. Article 5 talks about every Bhutanese is a trustee of the kingdom's natural resources and environment for the benefit of the present and the future generation. And it is the fundamental duty of every citizen to contribute to the protection of the natural environment, conservation of the rich biodiversity of Bhutan, and prevention of all forms of ecological degradation. Look at this, so strongly pronounced in the constitution. Degradation, including noise, visual, physical pollution, and through adoption and support of environmentally friendly practices and policies. And on, there are some subsections that further distills, about biodemocracy. So then I was just thinking that from the spiritual to the some of the sections in Constitution, every provisions are there in our country actually. So in that way, my understanding of biodemocracy, further deepened, was much more enriched. So I found it very interesting. Then it made me to go further. Then how do we translate from that of spiritual to that of the provision in the Constitution to that of implementation at the country's level? And at the country level, I think we all know that our development philosophy is all about cross-national happiness. How we translate our material development, our material pursuit to how does it contribute to happiness in each one of our life. So I thought biodemocracy is all about that. So I would like to thank actually for Center for Local Governance and Research actually for making me to really delve deeper and deeper. Otherwise, as I was just sharing with you all, that my understanding of stayed away when they were telling biodemocracy. I didn't hear that. I heard about biochemistry, biomass. Now to much more in search of pursuit of, looking into, biodemocracy. So that's quite nice actually from the paradigm shift. I really like that one. Then into the development philosophy of gross national happiness, and really country really trying to impress all the development activities has to be aligned with that, and to the extent that we were able to impress the world by United Nations declaring 28th March as a day of International Day of Happiness actually. Whether now all of countries across the world are observing this day as International Day of Happiness. So in a way, I think we are really trying actually. The country is already doing so much into biodemocracy. However, I was just thinking then that are we doing sufficient? Are we doing so much? Then again, that made me to think that no, we have much more to do actually. We have much more. I mean, the roads are long ahead actually for us to travel actually. Imagine that 3 days back, the BFIT 2019 actually, all talking about economy actually, how to improve, enhance our economy, be it bigger economy or small scale industries. 3 days back we were talking about that, and then about countries very worrying situation of employment, so many youths unemployed, to that of farm roads actually cutting across the hills actually in a country actually, and to that of unpredictable monsoon. Now we cannot predict. Long time I think our parents can predict actually, to the extent that in some of the rituals they would look at the bones of the animal and see that this year there can be a good monsoon. They are able to predict. Now to a situation where we cannot predict. Sometimes we get heavy monsoons, sometimes no monsoons, sometimes late monsoons. To that of, if you really look into it, sometimes our soils are so dry, sometimes it's so wet, so susceptible to, landslides, floods actually. So I think that's, and then to that of, because of our geographical terrain, we are susceptible, exposed to all these risks. Human-wildlife conflict are, daily, cries of the human people here in the country. So I think, and then there are many more actually. So now when we think about all these things, there's all the more reason that we talk about biodemocracy more and more, where the representative Nita, isn't it, from West Minister, when she was talking about there has to be a shift from that of political to that of ecology, and then how do we balance that? I think we need to talk more and more about that. Therefore, I was just thinking that, gathering over here where, I can almost estimate that over more than 100 of, wonderful people have gathered here. I think it is a very good, important forum. For me, I don't know whether you must have heard about it before, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, to discuss about biodemocracy, I thought it's a first of its kind here in the country. I'm thinking that way. I do not know. I may be wrong. But to discuss about that and then finding solutions, changing our narratives, again, it's all about democracy, deepening our understanding of democracy. And then I thought that forum such as this can be a perfect, place, top of 5-storied building, no noise of the vehicle, so calm, so peaceful. I think in such an environment where people over here are so eager to listen, to learn, to participate, to discuss, I thought it's all about democracy. And it's very important that you all know, I think it is needless on my part to share that for our country, our narratives are very important. Our Buddhist narratives are very important. how do we engage internationally. Our narratives are very important. And I thought, situation as here are very perfect to develop narratives, new narratives, I think, which can carry our country forward. So I thought that in this regard, it's very important. Dashu Tarchen, Dashu Chukmi, and then the Dashu Sangye, and all those people who are involved in this Center for Local Governance and Research. I think you all have done a wonderful jobs in Oman. Very important. And then I think I would like to, thank you all for creating such a environment, and also not to forget the partner from, University of Westminster. I think that when I was just listening to you, you had come to our country 2006 itself, pre-democracy actually. So when you use such a term also, I think I'm quite mindful that I think in our country, formal democracy actually had come in 2008, but democracy process had started long time back. So quite difficult for me to tell, I say pre-democracy, I think I would frame this term in this context. So whatever it is, I think we all must enjoy it. Actually keep our minds so free, so vast, and then, enrich ourselves, change our country's narrative, and then I think speak with newer, bigger, much more in-depth version of democracy. So for that, I would like to wish this conference all the best of luck. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, I would like to thank again Center for Good Governance and Research, and then the Center for Democracy, University of Westminster, London, for giving me this opportunity. For me also, it is a new insight. Thank you so much.